Hello and welcome to my temporary setup here. Today I'll be going over my entry into the Brackeys Game Jam 2020. Yes, I did this Game Jam last year. For this year, stretching from August 22nd to August 29th, there'll be another Brackeys Game Jam. Now unfortunately I can't participate because I'll be getting into my first week of college. So what am I doing here? Why am I making this video? Well, I thought I would show you the process of making my game that I had recorded last year, and occasionally entering in myself to give my own tips and tricks, so you can join in for this year. Well, someone's gotta take my place. You don't even have to do it alone like I did. There's the community tab in the Brackeys Discord, which are great places to find people who are just making games for fun, or may just be their first time as well. You don't even have to do all the stuff that's with game development, like you could just be for like game design, for art, for programming. And I'd actually recently just did a jam with a team, and it was a great experience, and I'd like to do it again. I mean, like, even if you're thinking about like creating a game in general, I encourage you to stick around and see what I did and see if this is something you'd be interested in. So, let's cut to the footage. You know, just me, my past self, getting ready for a game jam. Yeah, so unfortunately I may not have recorded the audio for this section, but I'm here to fill in any missing pieces into the plot line that I have here. Essentially, I'm looking at the theme. Is rewind. Ooh, I wonder what I could do with that. And then also, I'm currently, of course, I am in school, and so I won't be able to work on it as much as I want to. So I'm saying I'm gonna limit it to like a few days, because I don't want to put myself too much, or I don't want to put too much stress on myself, and I don't want to like build it up to the expectation that I make a really cool game in a full week. Instead, just something simple for a few days.
Okay, alright. So I've been thinking, and I got some ideas here, as you can see. So I was thinking about the thing rewind. I looked up the definition, back to beginning, especially in tape. It's also like back in time, as you know, you typically think of it. But then I was kind of thinking about it, and you know how you wind string up? Well, you can rewind string, basically. So I was kind of thinking about that, so I kind of put up some ideas here, but then I thought up of this idea where it's this villain rewind, and he basically has this rewind capability, and you go up to him, he's like, "Oh man, you got me. Well, let me just try that again." He tries it again, and he dynamically changes the level every time. So then it rewinds to the start, and then going throughout it, he all of a sudden changes the level to have a bounce pad, crushes you, splits apart, things like that. So then I kind of thought more on this villain rewind idea, and somehow I thought of kind of this theme, dum bum 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 bum, rewind, villain rewind, something like that, and that kind of fit with it. So then you're going along, and you have to be timed to the basically his theme song, but I don't know, it just still kind of felt like it was falling apart. So I kind of went a little bit back. I was thinking maybe 3D to add more stuff into it, also Steampunk Factory, because that's kind of how he gets everything to work so fast. So I was thinking, what if I somehow incorporate that into this? So I kind of put learns from you, maybe possibly, is to try and put that in. I thought of it a while, and I definitely was like, yes, he learns from you, to where it's more dynamic and it's not necessarily made directly by me. So you're in this basically a 10 by 10 room of like these grid squares, and you're basically supposed to get there before 1 minute, and because there's this basically villain rewind is at the end, and he's making a bomb or something that'll take 1 minute to complete, but if you get there before, you can disable the bomb. So he keeps on restarting and retrying to make the bomb, but it'll always take 1 minute. But he only has 20 times to do that, because he only has like 20 time crystals or something like that. Incorporating then this theme song again, and thinking on it more, especially with the learning algorithm, is it goes with this theme song, but then each time there's a bang, it'll capture the tile position that you're on, and it'll place a trap there the next time. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna choose this path to get there, and I beat it within 1 minute. But then all of a sudden, those exact spots and those exact times will have a trap. So you basically try and snake around the traps to get there within 1 minute. This is kind of the idea. Hopefully I can get it done. Just add a bit more complexity where you have to remember all the traps, and plus, it'll be different every time that you play it, which will be good. And I think this is a unique, cool idea. This is kind of what I thought of. I'm not going to work on it right now because it's Saturday for me, and well, for everybody. August 1st, this is Saturday. Alright, so as you can tell, a lot of time has passed between the intro clip and this clip, mainly due to audio issues, so sorry if you hear any fan noises. I'm still getting it worked out. But you can see that a lot of time has also passed between whenever I found the theme of the jam and then whenever I did all my writing on the whiteboard there, because I did a lot of research. That's right, I brought my whiteboard back. So I'm not gonna stand here and talk about all this stuff about how research is important in every project, because it is. Instead, I'm gonna provide a different incentive to you. Instead, I'm gonna suggest that you comment down in the comments during the jam just like 5 game ideas. Just kind of do some research and think and develop your own creative ways that you think you can tackle a problem. And so then what I will be doing is I'll be going down and picking one of them and kind of really developing it and kind of showing where it could take you if you choose to make the game. Because I know personally that a lot of I come up with a lot of ideas, but I don't really share those ideas too much, so I don't necessarily get feedback and know if they're good ideas or not, if it's just me. So it's always nice to get feedback that what you're doing is what other people enjoy doing. So I'll be responding to any comments with like 5 game ideas. Alright, I'm back, and I might have lied on a couple of things that I said in the last clip. One of them being that I'll see you Monday. It's actually Tuesday, so there's that. Also, I said I wasn't going to work on it Saturday, Sunday, so I'm just going to take a break. But I got to thinking, and, I had the whole scene in my mind and what I would do, and I kind of started working on it Saturday and Sunday, and also Monday, and I pretty much have most of it done. So that means that I'll just have today to finish it, which I said I'll do it probably Monday, Tuesday. So here's what I have so far. Not that, this. You can see that I'm using the HD render pipeline, and that is mainly for the acid, which was going to be lava. And this isn't really an aesthetic that I've really done before. Anyways, let me show you what I've got so far. I have this title opening screen. I only have 2 more, like, 2 most important things that I still need to get done, and I saved that for the video. Also, as you can hear, don't have most of the audio. All I have is the theme song, because that is part of the gameplay. So let me hit play here, and you can see everything's animating. Scene looks good, and I'm in. But you can see I have 30 seconds to basically get over and diffuse it. And it's not 10 by 10. I tried 10 by 10, then realized that I didn't want 10 by 10. And I can go ahead and defuse, but then he'll go back and restart it. And basically you can see anywhere that I've stepped, it'll just be these blocks that kind of go up. And this is just testing, because I can't actually interact with them. And you can see that it explodes and you're dead. You can't do something. Ready for this? Ready for this? You can't rewind. That's the bad ending. So let me go ahead and go back to the main menu here. If I can click the button. So let me get the good ending, which is just going there twice. So let me just step on it, presses down, stops making it, steam goes off, he's moving a bit more. and then bang, he's dead. It's sad. You have done it. Yay. You can see I have total time and total traps as well. It's kind of like little stats. So yeah, this is what I have so far. Now I just need to do the two main things with this game. I kind of have it worked out of how they'll work. So it's just the matter of actually programming it and getting it to work. So let me get started in that. So, as you can probably tell at this point, I've got pretty much into the development of the game. I had originally planned to only spend a few days on it to make a little game, but it turned out to be spending most of my time working on it, and that's what I actually really enjoy about game making. I was surprised that once I kind of got into the development of it, it became such a good game, because I know originally in the development phase of the research and all that, I wasn't too fond of the idea, but I became to really enjoy it, and it became I believe one of the best games that I've made, and it's definitely kind of encouraged me to possibly make a full game on it at some point. Not now, but in the future. But, of course, this is a game jam. You always need to realize how much time you have and how you want to space out the development. Now, for me, I'm normally typically good on it, but you just need to kind of keep in mind that you want to make sure you get the key aspects to it and not necessarily shoot too far, but do reach for some of those a little bit far away ideas to really stand out and make sure other people see kind of the direction you want to take with it. Because I know some of the comments on my game jam were talking about like, oh, I like the traps, but I would have liked more. They got the idea. They understood the basics of the game. They just wanted more traps. They wanted to see more of it, and I didn't take that as a negative thing, because of course that just relied off of time. I chose to rely off of making other things that they thought were good. So of course you always need to also look back and reflect on time management. Alright, it is now Wednesday, and I have, as you can see, all the things that I wanted to add for the tiles. I've started work on the gun, where you can shoot one disability pellet, which will just disable one of the tiles, but I have a bit of a problem with that. So let me show you what I have so far, and I've actually gone through it and played the game. I actually switched the numbers to now this is 20 and this is 30, so it's even harder than before, and I was just barely able to beat it going through with everything going, so that's good. I think I may add in an easy, medium, and hard, and maybe in an impossible mode as well, which will probably be unlocked after you beat a mode, which that'll require a bit of more programming, but everything does. Anyways, so yeah, let me just kind of show you what I have so far. You can see I now have an energy bar as well, just to kind of let you know when you can slide and things like that, and I sped up everything to where now everything is a bit faster in how it works. You can see I can shoot the gun there, and it just evaporates whatever is there, or it stops it from spawning, but you can see that, yep, all this is spawning. It's a bit laggy, again, with me recording, but you can see right here it slows you down. You can't jump until you get out of it. Problem is that you're slowed. I shoot at it, and I'm still slowed, and I'm stuck slowed. So now I'm just gonna die. Especially since I can't jump on the button. I'll actually show you how the ducking one works as well real quick. So you can see there's the breakaway, and if you die, it just resets you back, and it has the blood and stuff. So if you slide under here, let me try and do that before the timer runs out. If you slide under here, and you stop sliding, if I can time it correctly, then you'll get stuck and slowed like this. You can get unslowed like that. So you're basically crouching whenever you're underneath there. So let me just quickly show you me trying to go through it here. This isn't the best run, as you can see.
Oh, I'm done. That's literally it. I can't get over there. Yeah, that's it. Oh, especially since I died again. So you can see how hard difficulty is. Oh, and I'm dead. You can't rewind. So then you have to do it all again, which I think is a really cool thing. Well, not really cool for the player because they have to kind of do it all again, but you have total time, total traps, and I think they'll also add in a stat for amount of times the gun has fired. Just little stats, so then you can kind of compete with your friends, which I think will be pretty cool. So yeah, I'll get straight to that, and enough of me ranting, basically. Hello and welcome to the Thursday of the next day. Not for you, but for me. I haven't done what I said I was gonna do after the clip on Wednesday because I got some valuable feedback on the reworking of a few systems.
Oh, now did I mention some beta testing? Oh, maybe I should have got some beta testing before I tried this color. So yes, it's always important to get feedback. No matter how negative it is, just remember you should always look at the constructive criticism and try and build yourself off of it, because always with doing anything like this is just iteration and always improving over time. Because I know I recently looked back at 4 years and realized how much I've changed. I thought I was kind of the same person and could do the same logical things I could do 4 years ago, but in reality I feel like I can pretty much create any game that I can think of at this point in time compared to back then. So I think it's actually enough time into the video to announce my second incentive in order for me to try and convince you to get into game making. If you give me your game link throughout any time throughout the week, I will beta test it. I will play your game and provide any feedback that I think to hopefully get you up higher in the ranks. So you may be wondering why I'm providing these incentives. Why am I so dedicated to get you to creating games? It's because it's always nice for me playing games, but as a creative person, I see a lot of other things and a lot of other people in the way of potential. Oftentimes I find that a lot of other people kind of have lost potential and they don't necessarily pursue a creative aspect of their life, which I think is very important, and I think game making is a great way to do that. So of course it's great me making a game, but it's also exhilarating seeing other people make games. So I wanted to provide a kind of collaborative effort between us to try and make games for this jam and to see where it goes.
I basically had to nerf the slime, and that actually required most of my time Wednesday. And then whenever I was testing the slime, I had the game in this view, and I noticed it feels a lot different. And that's because it doesn't lag as bad whenever it's in this view. So a lot of things were different, and so then I also reworked the system based off of lag. I then reworked the energy system to include the gun. So you can see how faster it is here, like going back and things like that. Then I can hit escape and everything pauses. I did get feedback that the music was, you could kind of tell whenever it looped, so I kind of fixed that a bit more. I may, if I have time, create a 30-second theme instead of just like a, what did I say, 6.4 second one. So I'll get to work on the sounds right now. Alright, welcome back, my wonderful people. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I did some voice recording. So you can see it's actually much faster whenever I have it in the tiny screen here, which is part of how it can test if somebody has a really nice computer, how fast they'll run and how everything will work, but I've lost. And that's the death animation right there. You can see all the sounds that are recorded here. So yeah, just a little update. I'll be continuing to work on all the sounds. I don't have the music yet. Some text, or I should say a special surprise if you beat the impossible mode. I also still need to implement the difficulty for the energy. The energy will recharge
differently based on which difficulty you are and things like that. So I'll probably be back Friday, tomorrow, which will be my last day to work on it. I still have a lot to do. So on this little board here that I've shown in the beginning of the video, I have 1 day left, as you can see there, and that means that I have five things left to do. This is the order that I wanted to do them in. So I made a list of all the sounds, some to remove, some to keep, and then some to redo, as well as some that I'll re-look over, see what I exactly want to do with them. So that's what I have to do. Back to you. Alright, so the sounds have been all finished. I reworked them, did all that. Also got the escape button working, or the double escape basically. So you can kind of hear it a bit here right now. I can't hear it. I don't have my headphones in, but I'm sure you can hear it right now. Sliding, jumping, things of that nature. What else they change? Yeah, you can hear those going. I can't, but you know, sure it sounds good and all that. I got stuck. I'm stuck again. And yes, this is sounds that I currently can't hear, but that is fine. It is 12:41 right now, meaning I still have time. 12:41 p.m. by the way, not a.m. If it was 12:41 a.m., then I'd be definitely worrying. But yeah, you can hear the gun sounds as well. Hopefully that all sounds all good. You can escape. Press escape to exit. Press escape again. It exits. All good. Things like that. Now on to music making. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, future self, this is me making songs. Well, look at what we have here. And very almost complete game. There's one more thing that I need to do, one more thing on the list, which is make an icon for the game. That is the very last thing that I need to do. But other than that, I think it's finished. I think. I'm probably gonna send it through another round of play testing. See what people think about it. And yeah, I can show you what I have now. It's pretty much what you're gonna see whenever you download it, but got some music going on. I can hit play. Just do easy. I lowered the difficulty because to make things faster. You can hear the main theme song has a little voice acting, as I said I would. It sounds pretty cool. But you can see everything's working. I can press pause, and it has its own little theme as well. And everything is working nicely. But one part, like I said, I got stuck on the button. Won't get stuck in the button anymore. I also lowered the amount of the timer crystals by 5 for each difficulty. But yeah, it all works. This is just on easy, so you can see I'm gonna quickly beat it here. Oh, and then I just beat it right here. But it won't show you any winning victory. Instead, I'm gonna die here. Oh no, I'm running out of time. I can't get there. Apparently, I'm stuck in some slime right now. So all I need to do is icon, and I am finished. And like I was saying, like, I'm not that good at, I would say, art and sound design and things like that, but I definitely really experimented in that regard, and really tried to go out there and experiment with what I can do, which is always what a game jam is. I'm just gonna get the icon done, submit it, and it'll all be good. So yeah, see you around. Alright, so I have finally finished what I believe to be one of the greatest games that I've made. Now, where do I go from here? Like I said before, I plan on making it a full game. Not now, but sometime in the future, because I have some other ideas that I want to try out for games. But what about you? What about what's in your future? Well, I present to you the third and final incentive in order to get me to try and get you into some type of game making. It doesn't even have to be in this jam. If you send me a link outside of the game jam time period, I will go through and provide kind of my own ideas of how you could really make the game great, and just some of my own ideas about it, and 2, some of my own constructive criticism of like kind of what worked and what didn't, and then finally 3, I may feature the game in one of my YouTube videos if I think it's really good and I really want to show it off, and just really snowball an effect here to get people into game making, because again, that's kind of why I'm here, because I just want to see people create games. It's just so fun to see, and I'm hoping it can be kind of a collaborative process between me and other people, and maybe I even start my own game jam and we all kind of game together. So I think that would be really cool. So I may do a video in the future of going over some games in the game jam, some games just in general outside the game jam, like I said. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's all that I wanted to say. Hopefully I convinced you to get into game making, or at least some type of creative prospect of yours, because I want to see where your potential takes you, and I would be so happy to be a stepping stone for that. So, see you next time. Alright, so on the editing side, could you try and make this all like condensed down into like 20 minutes? Because I do a lot of ranting, don't know what I'm talking about half the time, because I'm playing the game and explaining things like that, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think it'll be entertaining if it's just 30 minutes, so, hey editor, oh wait, that's myself, could you make it 20 minutes? If this clip makes it over 20 minutes, I'm complaining. What do you mean it just went over 20 minutes during this clip? That's it, you're fired.